Good morning. It is Friday, April 10th, 2026, and this is the Daily Autopsy, the only broadcast that performs a post-mortem on the world's dignity before the flies of history can finish their lunch. We start at the White House, where American First Lady Melania Trump stepped into the grand foyer yesterday to perform the diplomatic equivalent of trying to explain away a suspicious stain on a five-star hotel carpet. Melania issued a formal statement to set the record straight regarding Jeffrey Epstein. It was a remarkable exercise in defensive architecture. She was very clear. She was never friends with the man. She never flew on the Lolita Express, and she certainly wasn't his victim. The subtext, of course, was a masterpiece of selective logic. I no befriend with sex predator. I only marry one. Get facts straight. Sorry, I have no idea why I said it like that. I just always assumed that's how she sounds. She even called for congressional hearings for Epstein's survivors, which is a bit like the captain of the Titanic suggesting a seminar on iceberg safety while standing on the rescue boat. It's a bold strategy to revive the ghost of Epstein while her husband is trying to bury it under the rubble of a regional war. It has all the grace of a suburban braai, where the host keeps reminding you they definitely didn't steal the meat they're currently serving. Speaking of fires that won't go out, President Trump has announced that the Middle East is low-keying it. Trump claims he spoke to Bibi and convinced him to scale back strikes on Lebanon, describing the strategy as, and I quote, sort of a little more low-key. It's the kind of geopolitical analysis you'd expect from a man describing his preferred volume for elevator music, not a scorched earth military campaign. Meanwhile, Iranian President Pezeshkian is warning that if the bombs keep falling, the ceasefire talks scheduled for tomorrow in Islamabad are meaningless. It is a diplomatic dance where the music is provided by the sound of falling masonry. While Trump tries to low-key a war abroad, he's making sure the home front is ready for a high-key escalation. The US has announced plans to automatically register all eligible men for the military draft by December. No more self-registration, no more opting out by forgetting the paperwork. The federal government is using its database to ensure that every 18 to 26-year-old is pre-packaged and ready for the meat grinder. It's efficient, it's digital, and it's the most terrifying update your profile notification in history. And if the prospect of a draft doesn't get your heart rate up, the price of your breakfast cereal certainly will. China's factories have officially slipped back into inflation for the first time in 4 years, thanks to the Iran war price shock. Global stocks are wobbling, and oil prices are behaving like a caffeinated kangaroo. We are essentially living through a global economic heart attack, but the doctors are too busy arguing over the First Lady's guest list from 1998 to notice the patient is turning blue. The math of the modern world has officially stopped working, and we're all just waiting for the calculator to explode. And finally, a brief moment of progress from the tip of Africa, where the South African Constitutional Court has become a woman-majority apex court. President Cyril Ramaphosa has appointed 2 more women to the bench, making South Africa one of the very few countries where the highest legal authority isn't just a collection of men in robes arguing about 18th century grammar. It's a historic moment, happening exactly 70 years after the 1956 Women's March against past laws. Of course, having a female majority in the highest court is wonderful, right up until they have to adjudicate why the local municipality has successfully managed to lose the entire water supply for a 3rd time this month. This has been the Daily Autopsy, and I'm a serious journalist.